with Mike Singer.
Hey, Mike, good to see you. That fourth quarter sequence where you blocked it off the backboard, sends Jamal going down the other way, his dunk, and you scream going into the timeout. How much fun was that? And what did that moment kind of symbolize?
I mean, it was just a good team play. You know, it looked like they had a wide open layup, and then I got the block. Then Jamal went and dunked, and the other team called a timeout. It was just one of those plays where you just can't help but get excited. So it was fun.
Harrison Wind.
Hey, Mike, what are your plans for the All-Star break?
I am just going to be with family. So go back to Missouri for most of it.
Ashley Neville.
Hey, Mike, congrats on the win and a 4-game winning streak. I wanted to kind of hear from you about what you're most proud of so far this season. You're halfway through, and what are some things that you want to maybe reflect on and work on going into the second half of the season?
I think us as a team, we deserve to be proud of just how we've been resilient. We've had a lot of injuries, and that really hasn't slowed us down. If anything, we've been more on point. The more guys that have gone down, we've kind of picked up the slack, and a lot of guys are stepping up. You know, guys that wouldn't maybe not even see the floor when everyone's healthy, like Zeke. Really proud of him. It's good to have PJ back. Isaiah's been hooping. RJ has been hooping. So it's just good to see those guys really step up and everybody just pick up the slack since we got some guys out.
Ryan Blackburn.
Mike, about 10 games ago was the Boston Celtics game where you really struggled a little bit. Over the course of these past few games, it feels like you've taken some good steps and some good progression. What has gone into that both physically, mentally with the team? How do you feel?
Yeah, I mean, every player, you know, I was talking to people during that rough stretch for me where I couldn't really make my outside shot wasn't falling, and it was just a struggle. And they were just like, man, every player goes through this. Every great player who's trying to be great goes through stretches like this. So I didn't get too down. If anything, I just made sure I was more on point with my routine, more on point with my sleep. You know, a lot of guys will hit that stretch and just kind of like, you know, they're just off it for a little while. But I knew I would get out of it. And I just, you know, I couldn't wait to that day till I had a good game. And then once you get back in a rhythm, then you're just flowing. But I did kind of change my mindset going into the games, really just trying to get my team more in other areas when my shot wasn't falling. And when I do that, I'm more locked in all around. And then I just get more in the rhythm. And then it's easier for me to hit shots on the offensive end.
Mike Singer.
Hey, Mike, how much pride do you take in picking up Nikola? Like, obviously, he's been on an unbelievable tear. Tonight was like a little bit off tonight, but how much pride do you take in just supporting him and knocking down 5 threes and being that offensive boost?
You know, Nicola's a great player, and even his bad games, he still did what he did tonight. I don't know how many he had, 20 and how many rebounds? 20 and 11. Like, that's an amazing game for most players, but it's just so second nature to him at this point. But I just try to, regardless if he plays good or not, you know, I got to come alongside and also help in scoring in other areas of the game, because we're not going to win a championship with just one great player. It's got to be a team effort. So I try to bring it every night, regardless. But nights like this, when he needs some help on the offensive end, I got to be there to help him for sure.
Nicole from Tab.
This is.
Sorry.
Oh.
Hi. Congrats for the win.
Hey.
Hi. At this point in the season, what is your balance with the team, and how do you feel to be selected for the Racing Star game?
Yeah, I feel great at this point in the season. Everybody, you know, we just had this 4-0 road trip, so everybody's feeling good. Personally, the Rising Stars game, it's an honor, but it's just a step in the road towards my ultimate goals. And most of my goals personally just are way bigger than that. And then as a team, you know, we're trying to win a championship. So it was cool for the honor. Obviously, we're not playing in the game, which is honestly dope because I'm trying to go home and see the fam. But it's an honor, and it's a blessing for sure.
Vinny Benedetto.
Hey, Michael, I'm sure you kind of individually want to pick up next week when games resume where you've left off after this recent stretch, what kind of things can you do over this break to make sure that you're still engaged and still locked in when you come back to it?
To me, this break is really just a time to get better. Like, I'm gonna be in the gym every day. Basketball for me, it's something I love to do, so it's not something that I necessarily need a break from. I'm gonna keep with my workouts, with my lifts, get in the gym. Obviously, we won't have games, so just try to keep a rhythm, do some game speed drills, and hopefully, come back and right where we left off as a team and individually. So.
All right, we got time for one more. We'll end with Ashley Neville.
So I know you just mentioned something about your own personal goals. What are they, and have they changed a little bit over the course of the season?
My personal goals is just to be the best version of myself, best player I can possibly be. And I know what that is. I don't really like to voice it anymore because I don't like to sound arrogant or anything, but I know what I'm capable of if I just keep getting better. And then honestly, the other goals are just team-oriented goals, which is win a championship. I think we have a great team. We have the pieces. And if we're playing the right way and we get the right chemistry, we can win a championship. And it's, that's the main goal. So that's what I'm really striving towards.
All right. Thank you, Mike.
All right. Thank you.